Morning. Today's topic, tuberculosis and RNTCP guideline in the pediatrics. I am Dr. Yogesh Parikh from Government Medical College, Surat. In the beginning of the 19th century, generally thought that hardly any tuberculosis occurring in India. In 1829, the Cornwell, a British surgeon, said it is generally received error that pulmonary disease in India is rare and readily cured. It was more prevalent in India among European soldiers and their families than among the native troops. Introduction, estimated to be 10.2% of the total incidence. Maximum risk of the getting tuberculosis between 1 to 4 years when there is an increased risk of the progression from infection to the disease. So global incidence about 2.2 lakhs cases per year, accounting for the 22% of global TB burden. One of the 10 top causes of the childhood mortality. The past scenario, pediatric tuberculosis received a lower priority than the adult tuberculosis in the national TB program. Because it is considered less common, it is considered non-infectious, it is difficult to diagnose. It was wrongly assumed that effective control of the adult TB and the use of the BCG by itself could prevent the childhood tuberculosis. Natural history of the disease. TB is a continuum which starts from the susceptible and to occur, and each transition has a measurable probability. TB is usually an airborne infection. It is also to be emphasized that children can be infectious as well, especially older children and the adolescents. So from the source case, the context, the 70% have no infection, no disease, but in 30% cases, infection, and over 90 to 95% cases persistent latent infection. And the primary disease may be spear positive, infectious, 5 to 10% lifetime, more than 50% in the infants, and 25% in the 1 to 5 years. And in smear negative can also be infectious, extrapulmonary disease, non-infectious. So overall, this is a late reactivation disease. The progression of the primary occurs mainly in primary infection in the lung, which form the bone complex, and the disease progressive primary disease. And if contained and treated the reactivation disease, and if natural healing is there, also the reactivation disease is there. So risk much higher with the natural healing as compared to those treated. Primary complex can be formed as any place from where the organism enters. Primary pulmonary involvement in the commonest 98%, and that only is being detailed further. Primary or progressive primary pulmonary tuberculosis typically manifests radiologically as primary complex parenchymal lesion with the draining lymphadenopathy, consolidation with or without cavitation, atelectasis, emphysema, unilateral hyperinflation, pleural and or pericardial infusion, and miliary pattern. These are the manifestation radiological scene. So in primary infection, chest radiograph shows paratracheal and or hilar nodes. There can be associated direct signs, airway narrowing or deviation, or indirect signs of the airway compression, collapse or emphysema. In this X-ray, right paratracheal node and a right hilar node is present. In this X-ray, parenchymal lesion is well seen with the associated draining node. And this X-ray, in some cases, there might be a consolidation but no discriminate node. Progressive primary tuberculosis usually appear as lymph node disease with the airway compression, no signs of obstruction or collapse. So the following set of the chest diagram show the various ways of the primary and the progressive primary disease can present in the children. In first X-ray, the airway compression, no radiological sign of the obstruction like emphysema or collapse. In the second X-ray, this PPC and also the compression of the airway, and the PA X-ray shows an area of consolidation on the right side lower zone which curves on the right cardiac border. Right lateral film of the same case is showing shadow in the middle lobe area overlying the cardiac shadow. The X-ray shows a lymph node shadow here in the aortic pulmonary window with an accompanying area of consolidation. In this both X-ray parenchymal cavitation with the consolidation. The TB suspect with the miliary shadows is highly suggestive of tuberculosis in Indian setup. Let us see the one case of the 6-year female having a poor appetite, weight loss 600 gram approximately for 6 months, fever never recorded, just perceived. History of tuberculosis to grandmother 10 years back. On examination, weight 16.4 kg, no lymphadenopathy and respiratory system examination added. Parents over concerned for the tuberculosis due to weight loss, fever and family history of the tuberculosis. Empty with the 10 tube PPD was given and react 15 mm. So started with the Ekatry trial. So is this a correct approach? No. Diagnosis of tuberculosis should never be made just only on the clinical features. Isolated features or in combination should only make one suspect of the tuberculosis. Therapeutic trial with anti-tuberculosis drug not justified. So for a clinical suspected case, make every attempt to prove the diagnosis. When to suspect pulmonary tuberculosis? Fever and or cough of the recent onset lasting for more than 2 weeks. Documentation of fever is must. Fever can be of any time, not necessarily be evening rise of temperature, neither specific for tuberculosis nor the present commonly. Cough can be dry or moist. Unexplained recent loss of the weight loss more than 5% in past 3 months. Let us see the risk factor for TB infection and disease in the children. For the TB infections, various risk factors like increased exposure, source case, lack of contact screening and the contact with the source case. In increased exposure, living in the high TB endemic communities, children of the family living with HIV, overcrowding, the poor sanitation condition, air pollution including environment and tobacco smoke. Source case having a cavitary disease or smear positivity, cough frequency and the cough hygiene, and it depends on the delay in the treatment of the adult case. Lack of the contact screening, contact with the source case, closeness and the duration of the contact is main risk factors. For the TB disease, young age, especially 0 to 2 years, having HIV infection, risk of the infection and disease more. Other immunosuppression like malnutrition, post-measles, post-viral and diabetes. Lack of the prophylaxis, not BCG vaccinated, risk of the disability disease with the increased severity. So how to diagnose? Diagnostic approach, find a bug by the sputum examination, culture, molecular diagnosis, tuberculin testis and role of IGRA, interferon gamma release assay. Find the bug by bacteriological diagnosis. Which sample to use? Use any sample that you can obtain. Sputum, gastric lavage, FNAC, CSF, pleural fluid, biopsies and surgical specimen. Tissue give better yield than the fluids. So for CSF, use large amount, 5 ml or more. For sputum, type and number of the samples. Self-explorated, induced sputum, overnight fasting not required. 2 samples adequate even on the same day. So transport the specimen in the cool box for processing as soon as possible within 4 hours. Otherwise, store it in the refrigerator at the 4 to 8 degrees centigrade. Culture to isolate basic tuberculosis bacilli. In the past, Algae medium was used. It was conventional, simple, solid media. Results available after 7 to 10 weeks, time consuming, and only 30% yield. So, does not give the sensitivity. Nowadays, it is not used. Bactet MGIT radiometry is a liquid media, quick results in the 9 to 14 days and giving the drug sensitivity. So, role of molecular diagnostic. Cartridge-based nucleic acid amplification testing, CBNet, is the far superior as it is highly sensitivity and more specific, 99.2% species specific, foolproof, no technical expertise required, safe for the laboratory personnel, no risk of the cross-contamination, and gives rifampicin resistance upfront. So this is the various steps of the CBNet. Sputum liquefaction and inactivation with 2:1 sample reagent, then transport the 2 ml material into test cartilage, then cartilage inserted into the MTB RIF test platform, then give the sample automatically filtered and the wash. Ultrasonic lysis of the filter capture organism to release DNA. DNA molecules mixed with the dry PCR reagent and semi-nested real-time application and the detection in integrated reaction tube gives the printable test results. So time to result 1 hour 45 minutes. Where to use CBNet? Earlier reserved for the non-responder or defaulter. Present mandatory is do whenever possible. Ideally in all cases, definitely in defaulters, non-responders, HIV positive, and preferably in all cases where tissue is obtained by the invasive method, means biopsy, FNAC and BAL, etc. MTB detection of the different tests by the method and detectable concentration limit. By the smear method, 10,000 organism per ml. By the liquid culture, 15 to 100 organism per ml. LPA, line probe assay, 1000 organism per ml. And CBNet, 100 to 150 organism per ml. So, liquid culture and CBNet is far better than the other method. TST, tuberculin skin test, most untrusted and asked test. Positive on test suggests infection with MTB and not the disease. Isolated positive test does not merit treatment with ATT. Negative does not rule out the tuberculosis. TST which tuberculin, what strength we can use. So 5-TU PPDS, purified protein derivative, has the best discriminatory power between the infected and non-infected. But this 5-TU PPDS available in US only. So rest of the world uses PPD-RT23. 5-TU PPDS equal to 2-TU PPD-RT23 with the twin AT. So we should use only 2-TU. Test reading, when to read? Ideally between 48 and 72 hours. If patient misses the appointment and comes beyond the 72 hours up to 7 days, negative, repeat other forum. Still positive, interpret as positive. Comes beyond 7 days, repeat test in the other forum. So, positive in duration of 10 millimeter, more than 10 millimeter, in duration of more than 5 millimeter in case of the HIV infection. So, some false negative cause and sometimes causes of the test causing false positive. So, let us see the causes of the false positive. Incorrect technique of the interpretation, BCG vaccination, infection with the mycobacterium other than the tuberculosis. Causes of the false negative, incorrect technique of the administration or the interpretation. Improper storage of the tuberculin, immunodeficiency or suppression status like primary or secondary like HIV infection, SAM, immunosuppression or having a patient on the steroids. And infection like viral or bacterial, measles, varicella, typhoid, leprosy, pertussis. These are the giving the false negative impression of the tuberculosis. Vaccinated TB, live viral vaccine within the 6 weeks, neonatal patient and severe form of the tuberculosis may also pose the false negative. Interferon gamma assay, IGRA, ELISpot tuberculosis or quantiferon tuberculosis TB gold just indicate child has latent TB infection, does not indicate disease. Limited data in the children less than 5 years to those recently exposed and immunocompromised. It is expensive, so not recommended. Case definition. 1. Presumptive pediatric tuberculosis refers to children with persistent fever and or cough for more than 2 weeks, loss of weight, no weight gain and or history of contact with infectious tuberculosis cases. Presumptive extrapulmonary tuberculosis refers to the presence of the organ-specific symptoms and signs like swelling of lymph node, pain and swelling in joints, neck stiffness, disorientation, etc. and or constitutional symptoms like significant weight loss, persistent fever for more than 2 weeks, 9 night shifts. Presumptive drug-resistant tuberculosis refers to those TB patients who have failed treatment with first-line drugs, pediatric TB non-responder, TB patients who are contact of the drug-resistant tuberculosis or if resistance, TB patients who are found positive on any follow-up sputum smear examination during treatment with the first-line drugs, previously treated TB cases and TB patient with the HIV co-infection. Classification, now category 2, category 1, new cases, category 2, previously treated. New cases, a TB patient who has never had treatment for the TB or has taken antitubercular drug for the less than 1 month is considered as a new case. Category 2, previously treated, recurrent TB case, a TB patient previously declared as successfully treated, cure or treatment completed and is subsequently found to be microbiologically confirmed tuberculosis case. Treatment after failure case, patients are those who have previously been treated for tuberculosis and whose treatment failed at the end of their most recent course of the treatment. Treatment after loss to follow-up case, a TB patient previously treated for the TB for 1 month or more and was declared lost to follow-up in their most recent course of the treatment and subsequently found microbiologically confirmed tuberculosis case. Other previously treated cases are those who have previously been treated for TB but without outcome after their most recent course of treatment is unknown or undocumented. These are some types of the extrapulmonary tuberculosis. One is the lymph node tuberculosis, the abdomen tuberculosis, neurological tuberculosis, and bone tuberculosis. TB lymphadenitis, most common form of the extrapulmonary TB in the children in the endemic areas. Incidence 8 to 10% of diagnosed TB with the TB India. Affects single node or localized group of the nodes, usually unilateral. Prevalence 30 to 40% of the tuberculosis in rural India 4.4 per 1,000 live children. Stage of the TB lymphadenitis, stage 1 to 5, stage 1, enlarged, firm, mobile and discrete node. Stage 2, large, rubbery, fixed node. Stage 3, central softening due to abscess formation. Stage 4, polyester abscession. And stage 5, sinus tract formation. Clinical features, enlarging masses over weeks to months. Usual cervical, jugular, posterior triangular and supraclavicular lymph node involvement. Others are axillary and inguinal lymph node. Systemic symptoms commonly seen, local manifestation of the systemic disease, pulmonary route of the entry of the pathogen in the hilar and the mediastinal lymph node. So this is the lymph nodes. Abdomen tuberculosis, it is less common as compared to pulmonary, neuro and the lymph node TB. Definition, TB infection of the abdomen including GIT, peritoneum, mesentery, abdomen lymph node, liver, spleen and the pancreas. Incidence 0.3 to 3.6% of the total admissions. Intestinal tuberculosis, main cause of the 15% of the all intestinal obstruction and 5 to 7% of the all GI perforation. Primary involvement is rare, mostly secondary. So abdominal tuberculosis, some forms of the abdominal tuberculosis, intestinal, nodal, peritoneal and the visceral. In the intestinal, 39 to 60% cases are intestinal involving the small bowel and the large bowel, and upper GI is uncommon involved. Mostly ulcerative, hyperplastic and the hyperplastic changes are seen in the intestinal. The nodal 4 to 44% cases, peritoneal 27 to 40%, it may be dry tap or may be ascitic form. And 1/3 patient had more than one sign involvement, GIT, lymph node and peritoneum. In the visceral form, hepatosplenic pancreas disseminated 2.5 to 12% cases involvement. So ultrasound, the abdomen is showing mesenteric thickness more or equal to 15 mm, increased echogenicity, lymphadenitis, intra-abdominal fluid loculated and clear or complex with debris and septa. It is superior to CT to detect the fluid. Ascitic fluid analysis, mostly fluid is color stroke or clear. Exudative protein more than 3 gram per deciliter. Cells count more than 1000 cubic millimeter, most commonly lymphocytes. Glucose ascitic or blood ratio less than 1.1 gram per deciliter. ADA more than 33 unit per liter. Sensitivity 93%, specificity 96%, positive predictive value 93%. So it is mostly screening test. Neurological tuberculosis, lymphohomogeneous dissemination of the bacilli during the initial infection leads to formation of the caseation lesion in the Manning's or cerebral cortex called Reich focus, which discharge bacilli in the subarachnoid space and produce exudative. It inflates the cortical and the meningeal blood vessels and leads to inflammation, obstruction and finally infarct. It may lead to hydrocephalus. So in the children having a neurological tuberculosis, main presentation is hydrocephalus. having a 3 stage, stage 1, 2 and 3. Stage 1 typically lasts 1 to 2 weeks, non-specific symptoms, fever, headache, irritability, drowsiness, malaise, anorexia, inability to weight gain or weight loss, stagnation or regression of the development of milestones. Stage 2 begins abruptly, characterized by the increased intracranial pressure, meningeal irritability and vasculitis without marked changes in the sensorium. Clinical constellation, lethargy, knuckle rigidity, cunning and the Buddhist sign position, seizures, hypertonia, vomiting, cranial nerve involvement with the basal meningitis and other focal neurologic deficit. Stage 3, in form of the coma, hemiplegia or paraplegia, decerebrate posturing and deterioration in the vital signs. How to diagnose or investigation? Mainly CSF analysis by the cytology, sugar and protein, smear for FB, CSF culture and the sensitivity and CBNet. ADA is not recommended. Investigation for the TB elsewhere, X-ray chest or CT chest recommended, TST, sputum or gastric lavage for FB, USG or CT abdomen, and brain imaging, CECT or contrast brain, MRI brain. Other means CSF in detail, mostly clear. Cytology, leukocyte count 10 to 500 cells per cubic millimeter, occasionally higher. Majority lymphocytes, polymorphs in the early illness. Biochemistry, glucose usually less than 40 mg per deciliter, CSF glucose or blood glucose less than 0.5, protein elevated more than 100 mg per deciliter and ADA not recommended. TST may be non-reactive in the 50%, CXR normal in the 20 to 50% patients. Nevertheless, every effort should be made to look for the other evidence, since many a time it is this extracranial lesion like pulmonary peripheral lymph node that clinches the diagnosis of the tuberculosis. Neuroimaging, CECT head is the initial modality, can have any or many of these: basal meningeal enhancement, hydrocephalus, tuberculoma. In fact, in the different areas, especially the basal ganglia, pre-contrast basal hyperdensity on CECT imaging may even be normal. Born tuberculosis presentation roughly account for the 5 to 50% of the all extrapulmonary tuberculosis and 2 to 5% of the all TB in the children and adults. Common presentation: port spine, 50% of the osteoarticular tuberculosis, dactylitis, arthritis as extension from the metaphyseal, osteomyelitis, uncommon reactive arthritis, tenosynovitis and bursitis. Phase of the treatment: 2 phase, intensive phase and continuous phase. More bugs, more drugs. So, intensive phase, early rapid killing of the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, reduce infectivity, sputum conversion in 80 to 90%, addition of the pyrazinamide reduce the duration of to 6 months due to its sterilizing effect. In continuous phase, eliminate the residual bacilli, reduce the failure and the relapse, small bacillary load, fewer drugs are enough, more drugs in case of the resistant to companion drugs. IAP RNTCP guideline 2019, type of the patient and the regimen. Newly microbiologically confirmed pulmonary tuberculosis, new clinically diagnosed pulmonary tuberculosis, new microbiologically confirmed extrapulmonary tuberculosis, new clinically diagnosed rifampicin sensitive extrapulmonary tuberculosis, and drug sensitive previously treated tuberculosis recurrence, treatment after loss to follow-up or treatment after failure. One regimen means 2 HRZE plus 4 HRE. Molecular testing shall be done in all new cases in the children with suspected tuberculosis at diagnosis. In case of neuro and the spinal TB, the continuous span is extended up to the 8 months. So all this category of the children shall be evaluated as drug-resistant tuberculosis, suspects and evaluated as per the drug-resistant tuberculosis algorithm. DST-based treatment shall be followed. In case they are found to be drug sensitive, they shall be started on the above regimen as for a new case. This group earlier treated with the category 2 regimen, which so now withdrawn from the RNTCP. So these are the range drugs and the range of the dose and the maximum dose. Rifampicin, average dose 50 mg per kg per day, maximum dose 600 mg. INH 10 mg per kg per day, average and maximum dose 300 mg. Pyrazinamide 35 mg per kg per day, maximum 2000 milligram, ethambutol 20 milligram, streptomycin 20 milligram per kg per day. Side effects. INH, main side effects is skin rash, hepatotoxicity, jaundice and peripheral neuropathy. In case of the rifampicin, orange red, discoloration of the secretion, urine, feces, tears and sweat, and hepatotoxicity. Pyrazinamide, hepatotoxic, having joint pain and the hypersensitivity, rarely gastrointestinal reaction and sideroblastic anemia. Ethambutol, mainly ototoxic, ocular toxicity, dose dependent, impairment of the vision, red-green blindness, central scotomas and the peripheral field defects. Rarely generalized cutaneous reaction, arthralgia and the peripheral neuropathy are there. Streptomycin, vestibular damage and ototoxic, vertigo and ataxia, tinnitus and loss of the hearing. Hypersensitivity reaction and renal damage. In some cases, pain, rash, induration at the injection site. Side effect of the second line antituberculosis drugs. Mainly injectable drugs, kanamycin, capreomycin, having a side effect of the ototoxicity, nephrotoxicity, vertigo and electrolyte imbalance. Quinolones group, Oflox, Levoflox and Moxiflox, having a gastrointestinal abdomen pain, nausea, vomiting, in case CSF, dizziness and conversion, phototoxicity, photosensitivity, tendinopathy, tendinitis, skin rash and cardiotoxicity, QT prolongation. Ethionamide, having a gastrointestinal epigastric discomfort, anorexia, metallic taste, nausea and vomiting, excessive salivation, sulfurous blanching, hepatitis, hypothyroidism, gynecomastia, menstrual disturbance. These are the main side effects of the ethionamide. Cycloserine, having a CNS involvement, dizziness, slurred speech, conversion, headache, tremor, confusion, insomnia, depression, altered behavior and suicidal tendency and hypersensitivity reaction. Therapy recommended as per the body weight. Recommended drug doses and the FDC pill combination from 0 to 18 years. Weight band 4 to 7, 1P plus 1E. 8 to 11 kg, 2 plus 2E. 12 to 15, 3P plus 3E. 16 to 24, 4P plus 4E. Expanded role of the ethambutol. The intensive phase remains unchanged with the 4 drugs HRZE. The continuation phase should now have 3 drugs, not the 2 drugs. Ethambutol is added till the end of the treatment, total 6 months. Reason concern that high level of the INH resistance in India means exposing the patient's MTB to a single drug, rifampicin. Fears of the retinal toxicity unfound in the children. Extending intensive and the continuous phase, children who show inadequate or no response on smear or clinico-radiological basis at 8 weeks of the intensive phase should be given benefit of extension of IP4 1 more month. TB meningitis, spinal TB, miliary or disseminated TB and osteoarticular tuberculosis, the continuous phase shall be extended by 3 months, making the total duration of the treatment to a total of the 9 months. The flip-flop from the daily to intermittent to the daily, the RNTCP recommended thrice weekly supervised regimen. However, with the intermittent therapy, the implication of the defaulters or missed dose is higher. RNTCP is now starting daily dose of the children. Now it is so as NTP. Indications for the giving steroids going down in the case of the tuberculosis meningitis, TB spine only with the cord compression and the neurological deficit, miliary tuberculosis only with the alveolo-capillary block, constrictive pericarditis, adrenal involvement, endobronchial tuberculosis with airway obstruction. No steroids here, every pleural effusion unless bilateral or the severe involvement, intestinal tuberculosis, other abdominal tuberculosis except the peritoneal TB with the massive ascites, every collapse consolidation without proven endobronchial tuberculosis. Whom to offer the chemoprophylaxis? All asymptomatic contacts less than 5 years of a smear positive case after ruling out active disease. HIV-infected children with non-exposure to an infectious tuberculosis case or TST positive more than or equal to 5 millimeter in duration but have no active TB disease. All TST positive children who are receiving immunosuppressive therapy. All children born to mother who has diagnosed to have TB in the pregnancy after congenital TB has been ruled out. How to deal with the baby born to a mother with the tuberculosis? If mother had TB during pregnancy at any trimester, pulmonary or extrapulmonary, treated or not treated, do the following. Look for the disease in her unit. If the evidence of the disease, full treatment course. If no evidence of the disease, INH prophylaxis at the rate of the 10 milligram per kg for 6 months. However, if mother has MDR-TB, no prophylaxis, no direct breastfeeding. When to suspect MDR-TB? History of contact with MDR-TB case. Children who have failed to respond the ATT, adequate dose and the regimen. Culture, line probe, LPA as suggestive. For suspected MDR-TB case, always rule out HIV. Sputum, relevant material be collected and get culture and sensitivity. Definitions. Monoresistance. Resistant to any first-line anti-tubercle drug, HRZES. MDR-TB, resistant to at least H and R. Polyresistance, resistant to 2 first-line drugs but not both H and R. XDR-TB, MDR-TB plus any fluoroquinolone plus any second-line injectable drugs, amikacin, kanamycin or capreomycin. Principle of treatment of drug-resistant tuberculosis, always treat in consultation with expert. Use 4 to 6 bactericidal drugs to which strain are like to be sensitive. Give ATT till 10 months beyond the microtubule culture is converted to negative. Children with HIV infection or cavity lesion extend ATT till 24 months. This is the algorithm, integrated pediatric drug-resistant tubercle algorithm. All microbiologically diagnosed TB patient, source sample of the context subjected to the DST. If child vaccine is not available, the CBNet, then rifampicin, resistant tuberculosis and divide into and sensitive tuberculosis. Divide again the SLLPA and the FLLPA and the shorter MDR-TB regimen, continuous shorter MDR regimen, then all over longer regimen 18 to 20 months, and history of mono or poly-resistant tuberculosis regimen 6 months, continuous first line treatment, non-response. The LPA may be done directly. If smear positive, else send for MGIT followed by FLPA to evaluate for H mono or poly-resistance. SLLPA may be done directly. If smear positive, else send for the MGIT followed by the SPA, SLLPA or LCDST. Regimen for drug-resistant tuberculosis 0 to 18. So these are depend on the type of the TB case, treatment regimen, and the special condition. So the mono, poly, drug-resistant tuberculosis, RR, MDR-TB without additional drug resistance to fluoroquinolone and or SLI, MDR-TB without additional drug resistance, MDR-TB plus fluoroquinolone resistance plus XDR-TB, the treatment given and the special consideration. Adjuvant therapy, pyridoxine, vitamin B6 supplementation, not routinely, severe PM in the case of pregnancy. Treatment monitoring by the clinical, X-ray, bacteriological and the no blood investigation. Clinical response, commonly patients show difference, reduction in cough by the end of the first 2 to 4 weeks, can take longer time sometimes. Weight gain usually starts by 4 weeks, nearly 25% do not show any significant weight gain on treatment. Any deviation or delay shall make one suspicious. Incentive to the patients. Nikshay Poshan Yojana launched from the 1st April 2018. Under this scheme, nutritional support through direct benefit transfer of 500 INR per month for all patients on the TB treatment throughout duration of the treatment. The patient needs to be registered in the Nikshay portal. In the tribal area, tribal patient incentive 750 INR per patient in the tribal areas for the transport support. Incentive to the provider, private provider incentive. Under this scheme, 500 INR at the notification and 500 INR on the reporting treatment outcome is provided to be the private practitioner or provider who first notify the disease case to the program. Informative incentives under this scheme, incentive of 500 INR to the informant for the notification of the patient in the public sector. Incentive for the treatment support under this scheme, a treatment support for a new case of TB receives 1000 INR at completion of the treatment, and for a drug resistant case receive 2000 INR at the completion of the intensive phase, 3000 INR at the completion of the treatment. Evaluation of the TB control in the India. In early 1950 or 60, important TB research at the Tuberculosis Research Center and the NTI. In 1962, National TB Program NTP launched. In 1992, program review, only 30% of the patient diagnosed. Of these, only 30% treated successfully. So in 93, RNTCP pilot began. In 98, RNTCP scale up. In 2001, 450 million population covered. In 2004, more than 80% of the country covered. In 2006, entire country covered by RNTCP. In 2012 to 70, TB-free India National Strategic Plan. And 2025 to 2070 to 2025, detect, treat, prevent, build. Also the name change was changed to the NTP. So National Strategic Plan. NTB submit on 13th March 2018, landmark event towards complete elimination of TB from the country. NTB submit announced the target for the ending TB by 2025, much ahead of the global SDG target of 2030. Emphasize importance of the working together for the cause, as the disease is linked to the betterment of the life of the poor. Newer initiative, in the case of active TB case finding in the vulnerable population, CBNet expansion, increased notification of the TB patient from private sector, use of the Schedule H1, private sector free drugs and the diagnostic, daily regimen implementation for the treatment of the tuberculosis, universal drug susceptibility testing. World TB Day 2020, World TB Day campaign theme, it is time. 2020 World TB Day campaign message, it is time to translate global TB commitments into urgent action and accelerate the TB response. Over 1/3 of the people with the TB do not access quality care. It is time for the universal access to reach and treat all people with the TB with the quality care. Over 50% of the children with TB miss out on access to life-saving services. It is time to ensure universal access to care. Only 1 in 3 people with the drug-resistant tuberculosis access treatment. It is time to end the global health threat of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis. Preventive treatment can stop TB infection from activating into infectious disease. It is time to protect yourself and your loved ones, get tested and access preventive treatment.